Good morning, everyone. I was gonna sit in this chair, but it's quite wet. It's been raining for a while now, but it has finally stopped. And I have a lot to do. So I think I'm gonna try and put a door on this and do some stuff on the inside. Try and clean up my gravel a bit because this is just abysmal. And most importantly, I have to fill all of that up and make sure that I actually have enough wood for the winter. So tomorrow I should be getting a load of wood delivered from one of the many local Facebook marketplace people. It's a beautiful day to be getting stuff done, and I'm happy to do it, especially just now because the sun just came out, which is really cool. So I've got more than enough to get done while I'm waiting on that, so I'm gonna get to it.
Always got to start with a lovely little exercise in futility. It's not really about getting the leaves, but all these damn little things, these little seed filaments that blow in from the field, and they're impossible to get rid of any other way. Actually, I think fire would do it though. I spent a lot of time picking through gravel thinking about how easy this would be if I just had a flamethrower or something, but that's outside of the budget for this channel for now, so I guess this is my life.
I need a leaf blower so bad.
But quiet, monotonous work is good for the soul, I think. A lot of people think they want free time so they can do nothing, but no one really wants to do nothing. They just want to do something meaningful when they want to do it. And doing the little things to keep my place looking nice is well worth it to me. And there's always more to do. But maybe I'm just coping on behalf of my garden, because the leaves are something I can control, because I built my planters way too close to the ground and the rabbits ate basically everything. I don't mind too much because most of what I planted this year was flowers, but in the last couple days, they've gotten ravenous. Oh my goodness.
I've discovered among the wreckage a little squash. Thought that he had died, that he had been lost in the war.
Not that I could do anything with him, but it's good to see that at least someone survived.
There he is, come to finish the job. He's got a friend too. Just munching away. Probably says a lot about me that I'm more than content to just watch them munch away at my garden. I mean, they already won. They've won. Why not let them just enjoy themselves? And he's real darn cute as well. Love my creatures. The next day was one of the bigger ones for getting stuff done, so I decided to get started by setting up and burning out the wood stove I'm going to put in the shed soon. I've had it for a while. It was given to my mother a year or so back, and she didn't have any real use for it, so she gave it to me, which is great because wood stoves are so expensive, and I've somehow managed not to have to buy one for myself so far. Basically, I just needed to put on the legs and get a really good blaze going for a while, so the treatment on the inside can burn off and be ready for use, because if I just slapped it all together and set it up inside, it would absolutely reek. So while I'm big on cutting corners, I'm gonna do this one the right way. And if you're looking for a good handmade stove, maybe go check these out at Northwoods Fabrication. I'm sure they have a website. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, I just appreciate a good free stove and the people who make them.
All right, so that's about burnt out and ready to be put into the shed once I get the pipes for it. At the moment, I need to go over to front of the house, so to speak, over to the driveway and get everything cleaned up, because in a couple minutes I should be getting my delivery of firewood, and then I can get to work cutting all that up and preparing for winter. Man, those guys were just ruthlessly efficient. They were probably here 6 or 7 minutes getting us all out. Would have loved to help those guys, but I think I definitely would have just been in their way. My goodness, they've got that down. They were ready. And now I've got all my wood. Awesome. I thought that they were gonna bring me rounds, but they actually cut them for me, which was very nice of them. They did about half the work because I have a very small wood stove and these are gonna need to come down quite a bit. So I'm gonna grab my splitting maul and finally get some chopping done. The sun finally went away, and I am ill, and autumn is really officially here. And by officially here, I mean it's about over. We probably have a week before all of the leaves are gone. But right now, it is just wonderful out here. It's nice and cool. There's a nice breeze. All the animals are turning colors. I just saw one of my rabbits this morning. Basically out of nowhere, I see them every day. He has white on the bottom of his feet now. So he's changing up. And I am just taking a lovely walk this morning, looking for birds with my monocular. Got a varied thrush, which I wanted to get back in Valdez months and months ago. And I finally got this morning, which is always fun. Because any excuse that you can make every day to find wonder in something is incredibly valuable. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing in their lives, whether they know it or not. I would suggest to all of you, you should try birding. Go look for creatures, go turn logs over. Whatever you need to do to just be fascinated with the world that we live in, you should do that.
But before we get on with the video, a quick word from today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by BetterHelp. As a society, we've come into an era of mental health awareness that's making strides in getting people the help they need when they need it. But at the same time, we are in the midst of a crisis that is only getting worse. People are lonelier and more isolated than ever, and this is even more dire in vast rural regions where people have little to no access to mental health resources. It's an especially big problem here in Alaska, with almost zero infrastructure to get people the help they need when they need it, which is why I'm partnering with BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online therapy service that makes it as easy as possible to get you the help that you need. All you have to do to start is fill out a questionnaire that'll get you matched with a therapist within a couple of days, and if it's not the right pick for you, you can always switch therapists at any time at no additional cost to you. It's an absolute game changer for anyone living remotely who's trying to get the help they need. And if you want to get started today, you can get 10% off your first month by using my exclusive discount code at betterhelp.com/bettingonalaska. Links in the description below the video. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back into it.
Only got all this left to grab, but now I need to get to work on that table. Put this together and that's not right. I measured from the outside, which means they're like 8 inches too long, which means I would have to take off that whole end, and then I put those up with the idea that I could slot on the other side on top of it, but I put it all the way at the top, so now that won't work. Just done with building. I'm gonna go do something else. This can be done at any time. I'm gonna enjoy my autumn. I've already gotten the vast majority of the wood I need for the winter done and put away. Actually, I think this might get me through the entire winter. And building the door for that and the table are uninteresting, and there are things that I can do inside, and I only have so much autumn. And by so much autumn, I mean like I have less than a week left before all the leaves are gonna be off the trees. It's gorgeous outside. I just want to be enjoying my life. So I'm gonna go do some vague adventuring out in the wilderness somewhere, and then I'm gonna come back home and I'm gonna make myself a very thorough heavy meal of some sort. Like a big dinner. I was gonna make a stew with some of the celery that I had, but I'm just gonna have some fun. I'm gonna have a lovely evening. I'm gonna go see some sights. So let's go do that. We got a couple of beavers here. Oh, a bunch of beavers. Got everything I need. It's gonna be great.
I think this might actually be the first true, well-balanced meal I've ever made here. I mean, I make a lot of meals here, but never balanced, and almost always breakfast food. But man, these mushrooms especially are just incredible. And it's a wonderful morning, because it is morning. I went to bed when I got home, and I got up at like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, let's get to work on this. What a wonderful meal. Very blessed to have it. But I've still got one more place I want to go. There's a lake that I go to in the mornings, and I think I'm going to finish out this video there. So let's go do that.
Ooh, nice and bumpy road. Ah, gotta love it.
This is like the 4th day in a row that I've come out here. And that's just because, guys, this is what it's all about. Seriously. Just getting out there in beautiful weather, enjoying nature, enjoying the creatures, and, you know, all that stuff that I can do back home that I quote unquote need to get done. I mean, I need to get it done before spring, but it's gonna be winter for the next 6 months. I don't want to waste the little time I have left doing stuff like that I can do at any time inside. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people need to live life more like that, and just thinking about what's actually going to matter. Like all of this being here, this is all going to be permanently attached in my mind to this year and this time. These are the good old days of a very near future, and that is much more valuable to me than getting some little door put on my greenhouse. I do need to brace off my woodshed, but I will get that done very soon. It's not worth missing time and weather like this to get that done.
But that's gonna just about do it for today, guys. I'm having a wonderful autumn. I hope you are too. And I'll see you sometime relatively soon. I got some stuff I'm working on, and I think you're gonna like it. I've been Mick, toilet for your food, and until next time, clean the trash out of your car. You guys have a great day.